How much to put aircon in the car in the Philippines?
£100.
I'm not paying £100 to aircon this car. Ain't gonna happen.
This including the cleaning of the...
Forget the cleaning. I used to do aircon. There's no cleaning. It's bullshit. So let me put it this way. You are gonna have to haggle or we ain't getting aircon. Joel, you are a saviour. Ken told me it's £1 million pesos to top the aircon up.
The car is just million, and then the aircon is million as well.
No, they are. They put it. That's the oil. That's the peg oil. See, they'll put all that in the system, but instead of putting it in the machine, they'll take a pipe off, they'll add it in, and then they'll put the gas in afterwards. Well, I've never seen this kind of aircon set up before, but we live and learn. We've got all the gear lined up, ready. We used to have a machine that would do all of this, but it was all in one big machine, all covered. Now,
LPG.
this is like the part that you would find in an aircon machine in England.
Yeah.
So that creates the vacuum in the system to, like a thermos blast, draw all the air out.
Why don't you get your own tools and then you can do it yourself?
And when all the vacuum's drawn out, then he will then put the new gas in. See, I've never seen the aircon being done over here, but I've just seen these little canisters and I thought, oh, maybe they don't create a vacuum in the car and all that, but they do. They've got like pretty simplistic stuff compared to what we had back in England, but they do the job as we would have done it back in England. So we're creating a vacuum in the actual aircon system now. So once he's done that, then he should be inserting the gas. So that tank is now connected up, which holds the refrigerant, and he's putting that now into the car.
Start now. Oh, sit.
Oh, you need to start the car up. I know the aircon works. It's got a very small leak. Hopefully that compressor should kick in. When she switches it on. There we go, that's the compressor kicked in. The cooling fan should come on as well. Yep, the fans are on. Oh, yeah, I can feel it as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, you open the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel it. Oh, heaven, oh my God. I've not felt aircon in this car since January.
That's still working, right?
That's nice and cool now. Woo! All for a knockdown price of 1,200 pesos.
No, you might not, because he'll add more.
Oh, he might add a bit on top. I'll give him a tip anyway. It's certainly a lot cheaper than what you said it was going to be.
Portable car wash.
It might be Chinese pressure washer. But
Halos, mga product ron, million tayo no?
you're cleaning pig shit with a stiff
That's
brush.
expensive. I bought it £200.
Yeah, but you're using a stiff brush to sweep the pig shit out the pens. We're using the cheap Chinese pressure washer. You can save yourself a lot of aggravation and time. Just blast the pig shit into the gullies and out and away. You'll be done in a quarter of the time, a tenth of the time.
Motor cross ma'am, ito sa araw mamahamag.
Wala siya kuhan.
These guys out here know what they're doing.
May drone ka ma'am. May drone kaya.
It's just a totally different way to what I'm used to doing. But you're learning every day.
Magkobra siya channel kaya
There's a lot of ingenuity out here, just in the way like we went on the Skylab. They'll modify the motorbikes with all the kinds of contraptions you could think under the sun to carry luggage, people and God only knows what, but they modify everything.
because Filipinos are resourceful.
That's the word I'm looking for, resourceful and ingenuity.
we don't rely on.
Motorcycles that were once designed to carry maybe 2 people now carry up to 10 people.
Skylab.
Yes, exactly.
Sa una, magkita siya Skylab, magkatawa siya. Karon, wala na normal na kaya. Sakay na siya.
Right. Thank you, sir. But he hands it to, he must be the boss. He's taking the money. 1,500 pesos, that's £20 in English money to have the aircon topped up. I think that's a pretty damn good deal. So we gave him 2,000 pesos, a bit more. So well worth it. If we have to have the aircon done here again, we'll definitely come back to this place.
And you won't be upset again.
I'm happy now we can go on this journey and be cool. Because I'm telling you, it gets so hot out here. It's like sitting in this car, even if the window's open, it's blooming hot. It's like, oh my God.
Oh my God, what? Balik kami mga pagkumana magkuhan.
You can feel that air. Oh, that is absolutely freezing.
Freezing.
Well, it's probably down to about, they say the lowest temperature you could probably get out of an aircon system is 4 degrees, and that would be a very good day. But this feels, it feels a good 4 degrees.
17.
No, the aircon, it will go down to 16 degrees on the actual controller. But if you put a thermometer in the air vent, they say the best you could possibly hope for would be 4 degrees to come out of here. But 4 degrees is very cold, and that feels like 4 degrees. It probably is higher than that, it's probably about 6 or 7, but it's very good. Now we've got aircon.
Now you're happy.
Now I can drive in comfort without sweating my blooming ass off. I'm not kidding. I can sit in this car on a hot day with all the windows open and my back would be soaked with sweat. Absolutely
just like
ringing.
we went to Valencia, right?
Yeah.
You need to change.
Right. I don't, you can't hear you. Right. That's that sorted out. And that was cheap, just over 20 quid. Can't complain.
1 week later.
The last time I topped this car up with gas, it ran out within 6 months. So I know it's got quite a small leak. Now I've used this stuff before in England. This is it's called AC leak stop. It's quite expensive. I had to wait a week for this come from Shopee. Here in Mindanao, it's not exactly easy to get the things you want to get, if you know what I mean, but at least we can get them. You've just got to bloody well wait for them. But anyway, getting back to the point, I used a can of this on a Ford Fiesta back in England, which had quite a severe leak, a lot worse than this one. Put it this way, the Fiesta would run out of gas after a full charge within the space of 1 week. This runs out of gas probably after 6 bloody months. So rather than keep topping this up every 6 flipping months, I figured if I put a can of this in it, it will stop the leak anyway. And I know it works, it fixed the Fiesta. So we shall give it a try. When I screw this in, which will pierce the can, it's going to come shooting out of here. So I'm going to connect it up to the car first, but you connect it up to the low pressure side. You will then run the car, wind that in to let the gas out, and you hold the can upside down like that until it's empty, and that's it. Then it's done. So I just wanted to use this anyway. This was about just over 1,500 pesos, which is probably 20 odd quid for an aerosol can. But there again, if it does the job, and I'm sure it will, because I know I've tried this before and it will work wonders, it will save us money in the long run. So anyway, let's get it in the bloody car and get it going underway. And one last thing I forgot to say. Shake the can well, it says. That's empty. So I guess all I have to do now is wait for 6 months to see if the leak's fixed. I'll stand here and wait. Oh, I can tell you now, until you live in a country like the Philippines and you understand how hot it is out here nearly every day of the year. That is the thing. The sun shines here nearly all year round, apart from a few weeks in the rainy season when you get a bit of cloud. And even when it's cloudy, it's still bloody hot and sticky. And have a bit of aircon coming through them air vents. Oh, it's like heaven. It really friggin' is. I've been driving this car for a number of months now with no aircon, just opening the windows, and you just sweat profusely. Even having the wind blowing in through the windows is not enough. Now the aircon's working, that's absolutely beautiful. So that's the job ticked off the list, which I thought was going to be expensive but turned out to be quite cheap. All in all, with that can of sealant, which I think is a must to use, and the recharge, it's cost less than 50 quid. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that because now we can drive about in this car with no overheating issues. So that's it, job done. Anyway, see you in the next one. Adios.